Hello and welcome to week 6 of learning Beethoven Sonata number 16, the project in which I'm learning at least one new line of the sonata each week and putting it on YouTube. This week we're doing lines 9 to 11. Line 9 is the return of theme 1, but lines 10 and 11 are actually new material and contain the transition, which will take us right up to the beginning of theme 2. So let's start from the beginning and arrive at the transition point. That's the end of our bridge section, which I'm still having trouble with, and let's go on to the return of theme 1. There's a few interesting things to point out about this little transition point, lines 10 and 11. So let's go back to the beginning and see how the first theme plays out. That's the main theme, but what happens in this transition point is a little bit different. We start the same way. We know that something different is going to happen. So back to the way the first theme is played was. But now we have changed it to, because that is to indicate something new is coming up, and it's important to emphasize this chord. To demonstrate that something different and new is coming up. The other thing to point out here is the big difference in dynamics. We go from very loud to very soft, again to very loud, and then again to very soft. So we have to very soft. Once again. And that is followed by this chit-chat conversation that seems to create mystery and anticipation for what is to follow. So we have and that ends this little chit chat, and what follows is which is the end of the transition section. The next note is actually going to be theme number 2, which we'll get to next week. And what makes this piece very interesting is the huge contrast between theme 1 and theme 2. But that is for next week. In the meantime, I'm going to play this transition section one more time so we can see how things fit together. And there we have it. That's the transition section. The next note is theme 2, which we'll get to next week. So thank you very much for watching and see you next week.